All right, Joe. Yeah.
All right, you've got to go to work with this guy, okay?
On Tuesday, November 14th, Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel returns. Among the stories, a look at Pat Croce, the colorful and unpredictable owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. Also, a look back at the worst sports-related disaster in American history, the 1970 plane crash that took the lives of the Marshall University football team. Real Sports, where nothing is out of bounds.
Bring it out! Bring it out!
Okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Wake
Let's
that
go to
corner
work.
up
Come
when
on,
you get
Steve.
done.
The long left hand of Charles Shuford has proven to be the difference so far in this fight. Shuford connecting on 35% of his jabs, nailing 71. Brewster only at 20%, and that's really been the factor of Brewster just firing one punch and backing off for most of the fight, not finding a way to get inside the long reach of Charles Shuford. Shuford down, just letting punches go to the head of Lamon Brewster. Triples up on the jab right there, and that's been the story of the fight.
You know what I'm shocked at most? That Freddie Roach right now, if this was any other fighter, the corner is screaming at the top of their lungs, saying you're blowing his son, like the great Angelo Dundee said to Sugar Ray Leonard. You're blowing it. It's the 8th round of this fight. You're behind on the scorecards. You haven't even made a dent in Shuford's armor. You're not getting close. He's not getting tired. You're not slowing him down. You're not landing to the body. You're not landing shots to the head. Shuford's not even cut. So right now, Lamon is in dire straits. He is.
Blood now coming from the right nostril of Lamon Brewster. Brewster's camp had high hopes for this heavyweight. They brought him along slowly. A lot of people question his competition throughout his 25 fights, even though he had 21 knockouts. His most difficult fight, a 10-rounder on the premiere of KO Nation back in May, he lost to Clifford Etienne. He told us that the other Brewster, Tawan, his sidekick, showed up. Not the guy that Lamon really is, a patient, smart fighter.
Fran, I think he's here tonight, too.
Well, he may need Tawan to show up.
Oh, I think Tawan is here tonight because I don't think Lamon Brewster in his game plan plans on this happening. And he doesn't have a plan B, obviously. You know, there comes a point in a fighter's career where you say, you know what? Later for the boxing, let me get into a fight here. He hasn't even chose that option.
Look at the confidence of Shuford growing. You can see the punches now coming with a little bit more sting and a little bit more movement in the legs of Shuford. He knows that he's winning this fight, and he's moving around effectively.
But the big thing Shuford's doing is bouncing the ball to his feet. He's showing I'm energetic, I have energy, I have speed, I have reflexes. Lamon right now is looking like the slower of the two, looking lethargically like he's been getting hit all the shots he has been. But Shuford is getting more confidence. And that's one thing you don't want a fighter to get. But you got to give Shuford a lot of credit. Look at him. He's giving Lamon Brewster a boxing lesson.
Brewster suffered a deviated septum in that loss to Etienne. Also, a popped eardrum and hurt a ligament in one of his knees. Maybe he is yet to recover.
This is the 9th round now. You can't even be playing.
Deep breath.
Done.
Take it right, Steve.
This one is done.
Put it on the set. Put it on the set. Chief, let's go to work out there. This guy's finished. You hear me? All you can do is let your hands go, okay? All right, now let's go with a straight right hand. You haven't given me a straight right hand yet tonight. Let's go with a straight right hand to see you'll knock the son of a bitch out.
More perfection from Charles Shuford, Kevin.
Shuford is throwing letting his hands go. I mean, he's comfortable, he's relaxed. He don't play any threat, any kind of attack by Lamon Brewster. I mean, look, he's got his hands down. He's throwing jabs at Lamon. Lamon's head is out there. He's not blocking jabs with his fist. He's blocking jabs with his face.
Those two jabs right there were the jabs that opened up the cut in Lamon Brewster's nose.
Stand around in position.
by listening to the two corners, you would think that Shuford is losing and Brewster is winning. They're very calm in Layman Brewster's corner. Freddie Roach told him, this guy's finished. Now, I don't know what fights Mr. Roach is watching, but Shuford seems to be in complete control.
I believe, knowing Freddie Roach incredibly here as a trainer, he's just trying to motivate Layman Brewster to go for the knockout, because he knows two things. One, Layman is behind the scorecards, and number two, Layman is doing nothing.
Brewster trying to let his hands go. Throws an overhand right that connects.
Layman's not even having his moments in this fight. I mean, you know, I think a little bit of screaming is necessary right now. A little bit of yelling.
Shuford counters with a short right hand that caught Brewster, and now Shuford going to work.
He's landing so effective. I mean, Shuford, as this fight goes on, you notice his percentage is going up as far as landing ratio. He's throwing more and more punches. He's not even dancing on the balls of his feet.
You can see the confidence, too.
He's just standing there, letting Layman do whatever he wants to do, and it's not working. So, right now, like I said, Layman, from round 5 on, should have said, you know what? This boxing thing is not working. I need to turn this into a fight. I need to back Shuford up, get against the ropes. He jabs, but he doesn't slide in off that jab. By being on the outside, he's waiting for Shuford to do something.
Brewster has never figured out a way to get inside the long reach of Shuford, averaging just 35 punches per round. And that is too few punches to be able to come away with a W against Shuford.
If you hear Tyrone Boone in the corner, and you hear his father, Shuford's father in the corner, you know, they try to keep Shuford humble and not too cocky or too arrogant, because they know that by one punch from Layman Brewster can get him knocked out.
Shuford spins Brewster and now goes to work on the head. Shuford told us he would be more aggressive in this fight. He watched tapes. Layman Brewster said he appeared to be sluggish, that he allowed himself to be hit, and felt very confident with his hand speed and his reach advantage that he would be able to keep Brewster at bay.
His hand speed did it all for him tonight. Layman had such difficulty landing on Shuford. He didn't cut the ring off, didn't utilize the jab, didn't throw punches when he was on the inside. And this is what's cost the Layman Brewster this fight.
That's it, baby. You got him. You got it, baby. Looking good.
This is 3 minutes of your life right here, okay? Here, you've got to throw the straight right hand against this guy, not the overhand right, all right?
Shuford now continuing to do what he's done best, a flurry, and he ends it off with a right hand right there.
That's all confidence right there. I'm surprised Shuford can stay on him and go for the knockout. But repeatedly, you can do that over and over tonight.
Come on, baby. This is it. This is it. Watch him. He's coming on you. He's got to. He has no choice.
Okay?
Check it out.
3 minutes. Give me it, okay?
Go.
Bell to bell.
Check it out.
Freddie Roach
Come on.
urging his fighter earnestly to
Touch
come
him
out.
up. Come on.
3 minutes of your life.
Come on. Touch him up. Last round.
While Charles
Here we go.
Shuford Sr., the trainer of Shuford Jr., telling his son, he's coming at you, but he has no choice. Julie, how do you have it through 9?
Fran, I'm going to call this one a no-brainer. 8 rounds to 1 for Charles Shuford, 89-82 in points. You know, one thing I want to mention, have you seen Shuford even have to throw any body shots? Layman Brewster's leading in with his head. He's becoming very flat-footed, and Schuster's just picking him apart, just like a sparring session.
Shuford is yet to be hurt in this fight.
Like I said, Layman don't seem to be blocking punches with his arms. He seems to be sticking his face in there first, just like that, and he gets hit with a jab or hit with a right hand by Shuford. He's not blocking punches with his hands. He's blocking them with his face.
I wonder if the injury is from the ATN fight back in May are still having an effect on Layman Brewster.
Could be. It's a very good analogy, I'll tell you, to look at. You look at maybe, just maybe, like I said, he had a broken eardrum in the ATN fight, the second round on. He had some physical problems. He could have one here, and we don't know about it. He didn't tell us about the other one either.
Brewster tried to get off with a left hook. Shuford countered right back with a left hook of his own. Clearly, he's not the same Layman Brewster that we saw in the other fight against ATN. He was ready to go toe-to-toe, and he did.
It went very well. I think that's the Layman Brewster that we need here. Maybe he thought he was going to box and not the wrong strategy, and when he realized the wrong strategy, he did not change his strategy to say, you know what, let me change this to a fight. And his corner's not screaming at him. Now they're screaming, but they're not screaming at him when he returns to the corner to create that urgent emergency.
Might be too late.